and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 63 yards. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Throwing on first down is Lance. This is intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The 2 teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
A first down carry for Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Hurts. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And I think the ball's out. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, ready?
They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give him credit for that one.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
On the ball, now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them, Comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this is going to be a Commander's first down, as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lance. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Down at the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we do.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Commanders are back within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, the pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Hurts. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
Ready.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Got it. Ready.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 39, Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And room there to work it inside the 25. Here comes play number 9 now as they come out only 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ready. Check the Eagles.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board. Now Lance. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Oh, the option right is Lance. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Working from the gun, Lance. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain. Lance now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Hey, blue. Yo, blue. On the ball.
Throwing now is Lance. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. This one, no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now, Lance. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 41 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling?
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Joseph Osai, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
About the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
And Gay knocks this one through. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way. Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Slot man moves right. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, come steal. Right, 97.
Lance back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 27. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Another try for Barkley. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance looking to throw. Dotson, he's got it. And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Lance. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, green.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Ready?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Now they go screen. It's complete. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
On the set.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Barkley, inside handoff. And a short gain down to about the 33. Fedarian Mathis bringing him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. A handoff to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Flush to his right. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Nah, flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your body.